This is the Pebble. It was a very fashionable phone back in 2005. This is Aura. It's a swivel mechanism. This is the MicroTac. It's technically the first flip phone ever made. Some slider phones. The Time Port, the Moto Min, Iridium, Moto X4, Z24s. I'm Felipe. I'm the self-proclaimed Motorola king. Why did you fall in love with your girlfriend, with your boyfriend? It's the same, you can't explain it. I'm in love with Motorola. I have like 165 phones, plus all the accessories. I was a kid, I was coming out of school, it was winter, it was pretty dark already, and someone came with a knife and said, "Give me your phone." And that's when I realized how far I would go for my love for Motorola. And I said, "No, I'm not giving you my phones, I'm giving you my shoes." I gave him my shoes and I was barefoot in winter in the middle of the street. Yeah. This is the Moto Z24s. You can drop it from any height and it's okay. I was 12, 13 when I became a fan and I started sending them letters. And they replied once, but then never again until 2014 that I tweeted them a picture of my collection and they were amazed, they were so impressed. There's no Motorola office here in Uruguay, so they invited me to Argentina. To every product launch, they give me phones, marketing material, brochures, all that fun stuff. For them it's like trash sometimes when it gets old, but for me it's like a treasure. I keep them all here. There's like something mystic about that logo that attracts me so much. Every time I see it, it's like I'm living again all these last 12 years of being a fan. So I feel that power, all the nostalgia and the memories. So this was my first Motorola phone. It's not a fancy, it's just another flip phone. But I don't know why I felt in love with Moto at the time. So I said, oh my God, it's so cool. I really want to have the next Motorola phone, and that's how I began collecting. This is the MicroTac. It's technically the first flip phone ever made, even though this is just like a gimmick. The antenna is also a gimmick because people thought at the time that if you had an antenna you would have better reception. So they added this as a design element, but it doesn't do anything. Alright, so this is the Razr. It's the most iconic phone Moto ever did. For 4 years, it was the best-selling phone in the US. Even after smartphones were launched and the iPhone was launched, the Razr was still very popular. This is Aura, the $2,000 phone that Motorola launched to celebrate its 80th anniversary. It's a swivel mechanism. It's got the only circular display. It represents so much to me because it was on my wish list for 4 years. I always play around with it or even use it as my main phone on the weekends. It's so cool to do this. In July 20th, 1969, when the moon landing happened, 500 million people watched it. That was all thanks to Motorola radio transmissions. That's pretty awesome. And July 20th is my birthday, so like I'm connected to the brand. That's why I'm in love with Motorola, because they have done so much in the 20th century. They invented car radios, walkie-talkies, then the first mobile phone. Even though they weren't so successful, they were still innovating all the time. When I was a kid, my dream was to be the chief marketing officer at Motorola one day, but right now I feel like I'm doing a lot through the fan community that I built, a social media fan community, and we have 150,000 followers. You know, Motorola, the mobile phone business, is owned by Lenovo. They decided they just wanted it to be called Moto. Imagine my sadness at the time. So I started sending emails to everybody, became crazy, and they changed it back pretty quickly, so they realized it was a mistake. Here in my country, everyone moved on to Galaxies and iPhones. And every time I say, oh, I'm a Motorola collector, they say, does it even exist anymore? I'm a very nostalgic person. It's not about the chase or getting the product. It's just like I want that piece to represent that exact moment when I bought it. It's like I pick up a phone and I remember everything, all the history that I had with the phone, not the history of the product. I don't know if I'm the most dedicated. I am the most annoying. Like, I persevere.